Have you ever woken up in the morning feeling like your energy just isn't what it used to be? Maybe you're moving a little slower, or that spark you once had feels like it's dimming. If you're nodding along, you're not alone. As we get older, it's natural to notice changes in how we feel. But here's the good news. You have more control over your vitality than you might think. Small, intentional choices each morning can set the tone for a healthier, happier, and even longer life. I'm so excited to share with you 5 morning habits that can truly add years to your life. Starting today, these aren't complicated or time-consuming tricks. They're simple, practical steps designed for folks like us, over 60, who want to feel vibrant and full of life every single day. Now, I know mornings can be tough sometimes. Maybe you're dealing with stiff joints, or you're just not a morning person. That's okay. These habits are flexible and easy to fit into your routine, no matter how busy or laid back your days are. By the end of this video, you'll have 5 actionable habits that can boost your energy, improve your health, and help you live longer with a smile on your face. Let's dive right in and talk about the first habit that's going to make a big difference. The first habit is all about starting your day with gentle movement. Now, before you picture running a marathon or hitting the gym, let me reassure you, this is about moving your body in a way that feels good and sets you up for success. Gentle movement in the morning wakes up your muscles, gets your blood flowing, and sends oxygen to your brain, which can make you feel sharper and more energized. For example, take a 10-minute walk around your backyard or neighborhood. If walking isn't your thing, try some simple stretches right in your living room. I know a friend, Mary, who's 68, and she swears by her morning routine of stretching while listening to her favorite oldies. She says it's like giving her body a warm hug to start the day. Why does this matter? As we age, our muscles and joints can lose flexibility, and sitting too much can make things worse. Just a little movement each morning can improve your circulation, reduce stiffness, and even lower your risk of heart issues. A study I came across showed that older adults who move for just 10 minutes a day have a lower risk of chronic diseases. Plus, it feels good. You don't need fancy equipment or gym membership. If you're feeling up for it, try something like Tai Chi or yoga. There are plenty of free videos online tailored for seniors. Or, if you got a favorite song, put it on and sway a little. The key is to make it fun and doable. Start small, maybe 5 minutes, and build from there. You'll be amazed at how much better you feel. Now, let's flow into the second habit, which is just as simple but incredibly powerful. Hydrating first thing in the morning. I know, you probably heard about drinking water before, but hear me out. This one's a game changer for us over 60. After a night of sleep, your body is dehydrated, and that can make you feel sluggish or even foggy. Drinking a glass of water as soon as you wake up kickstarts your metabolism, helps flush out toxins, and gets your digestive system moving. My neighbor, Tom, who's 72, started keeping a glass of water by his bedside. He drinks it before he even gets out of bed, and he says it's like hitting the reset button for his body. Here's a tip. Make it easy on yourself. Keep a pitcher or bottle of water in your kitchen or bedroom so it's ready to go. If plain water feels boring, add a slice of lemon or a splash of cranberry juice for a little flavor. Aim for about 8 to 16 ounces to start your day. This small habit can do wonders for your skin, your energy, and even your mood. It's like giving your body a big drink of life first thing in the morning. And don't worry if you're not a big water drinker yet. Just start with what feels comfortable and work your way up. Now that we've got movement and hydration covered, let's talk about a third habit that's going to set your morning on fire in a good way. This one's about fueling your body with a nutrient-packed breakfast. I'm not talking about a heavy meal or anything complicated. The goal is to eat something that gives you steady energy and supports your health. As we age, our bodies need the right fuel to keep going strong. A breakfast with protein, healthy fats, and some fiber can stabilize your blood sugar, keep you full, and give you the energy to tackle your day. Think about something like oatmeal topped with berries and a sprinkle of nuts, or maybe a slice of whole grain toast with avocado and a boiled egg. My friend Susan, who's 65, loves her morning smoothie with spinach, a banana, and a scoop of protein powder. She blends it up in 5 minutes, and it keeps her going until lunch. Why is this so important? Eating a balanced breakfast can help regulate your weight, improve your focus, and even reduce your risk of things like diabetes or heart disease. It's like giving your body the tools it needs to thrive. If you're not a big breakfast person, that's okay. Start with something small, like a handful of nuts or a piece of fruit. The key is consistency. Try to eat within an hour or two of waking up to get those benefits. And don't be afraid to experiment. Find what you love to eat, because if it feels like a treat, you're more likely to stick with it. These first 3 habits, gentle movement, hydrating first thing, and a nutrient-packed breakfast, are like the foundation of a strong, vibrant morning. They're simple, but they pack a punch when it comes to adding years to your life. Stick with me, because we're going to keep building on this with 2 more habits that are just as easy and just as powerful. Let's keep the momentum going and dive into the next part of your morning routine. Now that you've got your body moving, you're hydrated, and you fueled up with a good breakfast, you're already setting the stage for a fantastic day. But let's keep this energy flowing with another habit that's going to lift your spirits and sharpen your mind. The 4th morning habit is all about taking a moment for mindfulness or gratitude. I know those words might sound a bit trendy, but stick with me. This is about something simple and deeply personal that can make your mornings feel brighter and your heart fuller. Picture this. You're sitting in your favorite chair, maybe with a cup of coffee or tea, and you take just 5 minutes to focus on something that brings you peace or joy. That could be thinking about 3 things you're grateful for, like your cozy home, a loved one's smile, or even the sunrise you saw on your morning walk. Or maybe it's a quiet moment where you close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and let the worries of the day slip away. My friend Clara, who's 70, keeps a little notebook by her kitchen table. Every morning, she jots down 1 thing she's thankful for and 1 thing she's looking forward to that day. She says it's like a warm-up for her soul, and it helps her start the day with a positive mindset. Why does this matter for us over 60? As we age, it's easy to get caught up in aches, pains, or the stresses of life. Maybe it's worry about health or missing the way things used to be. Taking a moment to practice mindfulness or gratitude can lower stress, boost your mood, and even improve your sleep over time. Studies have shown that people who regularly practice gratitude have stronger immune systems and feel more connected to others. It doesn't have to be fancy. If writing isn't your thing, just take a moment to think about something that makes you smile. Maybe it's your grandkids, a favorite memory, or even your garden blooming. If you're spiritual, a short prayer or meditation can work wonders too. The key is to make a habit, even if it's just a minute or 2 to start. You'll notice how it shifts your perspective and gives you a little more lightness to carry through the day. Let's move on to the 5th habit, which is all about connecting with purpose. This one's about starting your morning with something that gives you a sense of meaning or direction. Now that might sound big, but it's really about small actions that remind you why you're here and what makes your life rich. For some, that could mean setting a tiny goal for the day, like calling a friend, working on a hobby, or helping someone out. For others, it might be a moment to reflect on what matters most to you. Take my friend George, who's 67. Every morning, he spends a few minutes planning his day. He picks 1 thing he wants to do, whether it's tending to his vegetable garden or writing a letter to his daughter. He says it gives him a reason to get out of bed with a smile, knowing he's got something to look forward to. Why is this so powerful? As we get older, it's easy to feel like our days blend together, especially if you're tired or your routine has changed. Having a sense of purpose, even in small ways, can improve your mental health, reduce feelings of loneliness, and even add years to your life. Research shows that older adults with a sense of purpose are less likely to develop conditions like dementia or heart disease. It doesn't have to be grand. Maybe you decide to spend 10 minutes knitting, reading a book, or even volunteering at a local community center once a week. The point is to do something that lights you up, even just a little. If you're not sure where to start, try asking yourself, what's 1 thing I love doing? Or, who could I make smile today? That little spark of purpose can carry you through the morning and beyond. These 2 habits, practicing mindfulness or gratitude and connecting with purpose, are like the glue that holds your morning together. They're not just about your body. They're about your heart and mind too. Together, they help you start the day feeling centered, hopeful, and ready for whatever comes next. But we're not done yet. There's more to explore to make your mornings even better. So let's keep going and dive into the final piece of this routine. You've already set the foundation for an incredible morning with movement hydration, a nourishing breakfast, a moment of mindfulness, and a spark of purpose. These habits are like pieces of a puzzle that come together to make you feel stronger, happier, and more alive each day. Now, let's wrap things up with a final touch that ties it all together and sends you into your day with confidence. This last part is about reflecting on these habits and making them your own so they become a natural part of your life. Let's dive into how you can bring all together and why these small changes can have such a big impact. The beauty of these 5 morning habits is that they're not about overhauling your entire life. They're about small, intentional choices that add up over time. Think of it like planting a seed in your garden. You don't see a full-grown plant overnight, but with a little care each day, it blooms into something beautiful. That's what these habits do for your health and happiness. For example, let's say you start with just one habit, like drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning. My friend Betty, who's 69, did just that. She wasn't sure it would make a difference, but after a week, she noticed her energy was steadier and she felt less groggy. That small win inspired her to add a short walk, and now she's hooked on her morning routine. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about starting where you are and building from there. Let's talk about how to make these habits stick. The key is to keep it simple and personal. Maybe you love the idea of stretching in the morning, but don't have a backyard for a walk. That's okay. Do your stretches by a window where you can see the sunrise. Or if you're not big on writing down what you're grateful for, just take a moment to think about it while you sip your coffee. The point is to make these habits feel like they're yours. Try tying them to something you already do. For instance, drink your water while you wait for your coffee to brew, or do your stretches while listening to your favorite radio show. My neighbor, Ed, who's 71, pairs his morning smoothie with a quick gratitude moment. He says it's like a 2-for-1 deal that makes his mornings feel special. Why do these habits add years to your life? It's not just about the physical benefits, though those are huge: better heart health, stronger muscles, sharper focus. It's also about how they make you feel. When you start your day with intention, you're telling yourself that you matter, that your health matters, that your happiness matters. That mindset can carry you through challenges and keep you connected to what makes life worth living. I read about a study that found older adults who follow a consistent morning routine report feeling more optimistic and have lower rates of depression. That's not just a number. It's a reminder that these little moments of care for yourself can ripple out into every part of your life. As you start trying these habits, be kind to yourself. Some days, you might only have the energy for 1 or 2, and that's perfectly fine. Life gets busy. Maybe you got grandkids visiting, or you're dealing with a doctor's appointment. Just pick up where you left off. The goal isn't perfection. It's progress. Maybe you start with a 5-minute walk and a glass of water this week, then add a gratitude moment next week. Before you know it, these habits become second nature, like brushing your teeth. And if you ever feel stuck, try picture yourself a month from now, feeling stronger, more energized, and more connected to the things you love. That's what these habits are building toward. I'd love to hear how you're making these habits work for you. Maybe you got a favorite breakfast recipe or a special way you like to start your morning. Drop in the comments below. I read every single one, and it's so inspiring to hear your stories. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more tips like these. We're all in this together, and every small step you take is a victory. Here's to waking up each morning feeling vibrant, healthy, and ready to live your best life at any age. See you in the next video.